They are overindulged, they are over-entitled, over-demanding, and definitely over-educated. You know, they know the theory of everything.
You're speaking here as an employer, obviously.
And they know the theory of everything, and they know nothing about anything. You know, practical experience. So I'm afraid that's who I'm putting on the slab this week. I think
and will they be told?
Well, I think
if they come in and they know nothing and they're overeducated, you try and tell them, will they listen?
If they know nothing at the interview, well, then they don't come in the first place.
Okay.
But the thing is, I'm not in a position now of employing people anymore, except very few people whom I'm very loyal to, and they're very loyal to me, and I'm very delighted to have them.
Yeah.
But when I was in the position of employing people, we found that more and more they either wanted to come in because they had a doctorate in philosophy, or they had some kind of philosophy of, you know, maybe doctorate in philosophy of anthills or something like that, or maybe, you know, some kind of a, you know, PhD, and they'd done their Erasmus year in Paris, and etc., but never ever done a bit of work in their lives. They wanted to come in possibly at board level, or maybe run a department. And
how do you define work? I have a couple of questions. First of all, how do you define work? And also, if they're overeducated and kind of clueless, like whose fault is that?
How do you define work? You see, I think that says it all. That says it all about the younger generation. They don't know what work is.
No, I think we should define our terms. We should define our terms. But no, what do you think has changed that they're coming out of school now and they don't know anything, as opposed to
well, I think the situation is now they want to stay in college as long as possible, and that's to avoid work. I got into terrible hot water. I got into dreadful hot water there a couple of years ago on another station, not yours, Brenda, on another station, about when I suggested that a degree could be obtained in half the time, like spending 4 years at, you know, certain university to get the basic degree. I thought it was a complete waste of time. They could have done it in 2, no problem. Well, there was absolute blue murder, and I had people on radio saying, well, my Jennifer, it's not about you know, getting the degree in half the time. It's about her finding herself and, you know, interaction with her fellow students, and I felt like saying, and getting pissed at the weekend and doing nothing for the whole week, and staying in bed for most of the day, and all of the above.
You see,
but they were quite
Alison,
happy with that.
I see Jackie's point to an extent, and I kind of think it's like, for example, my kids won't do anything now really unless there's a treat at the end of it. You do tend to try and kind of offer incentives for things, right? And I can see that the millennials come in now and they want treats to do things and stuff. But on the flip side of it, that I do see is that I would hate to be your age, because you'll never have any security, really, will you? The flip side of it is 0 hours contracts or 6-month contracts, and, you know, you're not able to get a mortgage, and there's all that side to it as well, isn't there?
That's it, you know, like, what I hate about the generation above me is that they spend all their time giving out about my generation being lazy, when what they should be saying is, I'm sorry we destroyed the country before you can leave college. Like, that's how I feel.
That's why you have to stay in college for so long